Please yell if you're paying attention. All right, we're going to change the pace a little bit. This is a little warm weather music.
Hello folks, welcome back to another beer review, number 3. And we're outside, because it's one of our last nice days in Alaska. But first off, we have a local beer. So we're doing a local beer today, this being from Anchorage, Alaska, from the Midnight Sun Brewery, and it's called Trickster, and I've never had this beer. One, I'm personally not that big of a pumpkin fan, and I appreciate beer too much to ruin it with pumpkin, but we're going to try this today. Still a little too much beer in there for me to rouse it yet, so we'll give it a little bit there. There we go, again. Try to top these bad boys off. See if I can get a nice pour. Oh man. God only knows, and I wonder, will I make it home? Oh, kingdom comes along to save the day. Oh, kingdom comes along to show the way. I'm going to say is darn near a perfect pour, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Adams has a commercial where you can float a cap on top of the beer. We'll try. Look at that. That's amazing. Okay, now let's drink the beer. Josh, to a pumpkin beer. Well, it's got a little bit of spice to it, definitely like a... But it's not even overpowering. I mean, like normally when I've had pumpkin beers, you get nutmeg, big time. This is actually kind of good. It's unnoticeable. Because, I mean, if you were to tell me, or just give me this beer and me try it, I wouldn't, I'd have a hard time guessing that a pumpkin was in it. It's coming out a little bit more, but still, there's not a lot of spice to it. It says Belgian style ale brewed with pumpkin and spices, and I don't really get much of either one of them. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because like I said, you know, I don't really care for pumpkins, but somebody gives me this beer and I'm actually going to enjoy it. This is probably a wrong one if you're looking for a pumpkin-y beer. We have another one that we might try later, but this one, I actually really enjoy it because I don't like pumpkins and I like this beer. So, cheers.
Oh, kingdom comes along to save the day. She does. Oh, kingdom comes along to show the way. She's such a gypsy wife, lives the seabirds alive, taking me on him, come what may, come what may.
Well, folks, here is part 2 of the 3rd chapter of our beer review, and this is, we're going to try to do a couple here really quick today. So this is a brewery that I've liked pretty much since I tried the very first one, and I think Josh was just about to say the same thing. It's
Absolutely.
A brewery out of Colorado. They make pretty much, I mean, the only beer that I don't really care for is a stout, and that's just because I don't really care for stouts. But it's a good stout still, milk stout, fantastic. But everything else they make is just amazing. One of my favorite beers is one of their beers. And this is another one that is very good. Gets a lot of awards and praise for Oktoberfest style beers. And so this is Left Hands Oktoberfest, and they have a new packaging. Everything they've been doing on all their new bottles are incredible artwork. And it's the time of the year for Oktoberfest, everybody. So get started, don't you know? Semi-sweet, pretty slightly sweet, malty. But not like, it's like, oh gosh, like a bread, I would say more. I mean, it's just like that sweet bread, almost like a sourdough, I would say almost. And it's just a little biscuity. It's one of my favorite Oktoberfests, even though Sam Adams is still probably one of the best out there, hands down. But Left Hand makes a fantastic one also.
Right.
And I've worked with some of the people from Left Hand Brewery, and they professionals, and their beer definitely shows it. It's a fantastic beer. Every one of them is just something great, and they've even, like I said, gone to the whole label to make art also, rather than just the beer in the bottle being the art. It's also the packaging is art too. So it's really a cool beer to drink and to look at while you drink. We're back for part 3 of part 3. And this is another beer from Alaska. This is actually from our state capital, which is Juneau. And this is from the Alaskan Brewing Company, which everybody and their mom has probably heard of, especially those on the West Coast. So, this is one of their seasonal beers, the Baltic Porter Ale. And Baltic meaning Russian, kind of, and they usually make them stronger. Just, you know, from back in the day, it's just like Indian IPAs, they had to make them stronger so they could last longer for the voyage. Same. So we're going to be trying this one. Josh has had this one. He's quite a fan of it.
Oh, it's great.
Again, I'm not a big porter or stout fan, but I'm sure I'll enjoy it. But I'm only drinking it because somebody bought it for me. So we'll see how it goes. It's definitely a dark beer. It's hard to tell in a frosted glass. Josh loves frosted glasses. But this is a beer where, you know, it's meant for cold, so it works, and the beer will open up so much more as you let it warm up and go. We'll get back to this beer later. Enjoy. Okay, we're gonna be back with the Alaskan Baltic Porter. We tried some of it earlier, but we're gonna get back to it now that it's in a glass that's warmed up a little bit. The beer itself has kind of opened up a little bit more too, but when we had it earlier, definitely the cherries didn't come out as much as I was expecting. The vanilla was huge. The oat chips were pretty big too. Still a strong beer, 9.8. Packs a punch. As it opens up, I can start to see the cherries coming in a little bit, but I'm getting more like caramely, and I think that would be from the brown sugars that they say are in here also. They say brown sugar? Yes, brown sugar is in here too, because, I mean, that's good. I can taste it. Still not the cherries. Josh is all over the cherries, but I'm not getting that. But again, it's a strong beer. Not one of my favorite beers. Not a Baltic Porter, Baltic anything fan really, or stouts for the most part. But this is a good beer. Enjoyable. Hopefully, if you like these, you'll enjoy it too. It is what it is. It's a porter. I like IPAs, but it's not bad.
You've got all the right line. You've got all the right
Howdy folks, we're back again. So we're gonna do this one. Woo! this is a beer, that's little ice crystals right there, but we just stuck this in the freezer to try to get it cold because it's been sitting in the back of my truck for, oh golly, 6 months now. So we're gonna see how this works. This beer was bottled, it says on 7/28/09, so it's been sitting in this bottle for well over a year, and we're gonna give it a shot. And I've had this beer before, when I got this case about 8 months ago, and from what I remember, it was definitely a lot more spicy, pumpkinier. So we're gonna give it a try really quick while we still have a little bit of daylight. Okay, right off the bat. Pumpkin, before the beer even hits your mouth, you can smell it. Nutmeg, without a doubt. Even like allspice, I think it's called. It's just, this tastes like a pumpkin pie. If you like pumpkin pie, if you like the taste of pumpkin, this is a beer you're gonna wanna drink. I love Dogfish Head. Probably hands down favorite brewery. I love you, Dogfish Head. But I'd take a tenth of a fort over this beer. But it's still a good pumpkin beer. I just don't like pumpkin.